Hi there, students. To call to account, to bring to account, very often to be called to account or to be brought to account in the passive. I think this phrase is mostly British. This idiom means you force somebody to explain what they've done wrong, and perhaps you will punish them as well. So I was brought to account by my teacher for my bad behavior in class. The people who caused this violence will be brought to account. Yeah, if somebody is taken to court for something they've done wrong, they have been brought to account. Yeah, they've been effectively made to explain what they've done wrong. Okay, so to call to account, to hold somebody answerable for something, to make them answer and explain why they did what they've done wrong. Yeah, to confront somebody about something they've done. Yeah. I called my son to account about about borrowing the car and then leaving it with the fuel tank empty. Yeah, I called him to account. I said, look, if you want to borrow the car, at least leave it with as much petrol in it as it had when it first started. Yeah, my boss called me to account for getting angry during the meeting. Yeah, the accountant had made some mistakes and he was called to account by the board of directors. So this is asking somebody to explain or to justify their behavior. I guess politicians, when they're in power, do what they want, but then when the next elections come, one hopes they are called to account. Yeah. The sergeant called the private to account for appearing late on parade. The boss called the workers to account for the accident. Yeah. People must be brought to account for this terrible thing that happened. Okay, and this is the idea, to force somebody to explain why they acted in the way they did. Yeah, to make them account for it, because to account for something, to explain, yeah, how do you account for this? So to call to account, to censure, to condemn, to denounce, to reprimand, to reproach, yeah, or maybe as well to admonish, to castigate. Yeah, I got bawled out by my boss for making a mistake. Yeah, I was brought to account by my boss for making a mistake. Notice to bring to account is much more formal. I think this bawl out, or I was chewed out by my boss for messing up. Yeah, I was brought to account by my boss for making a mistake. And this is the idea. Yeah, to insist on an explanation, or to tell somebody off, to scold them, or to hold them responsible for something. So yes, we are all responsible for our own actions, but we're not necessarily called to account to explain why, and we're not necessarily punished for them, although perhaps we should be. So formality, to bring to account, to call to account. I think I would give this a 6 in formality. I don't think I would use it informally. Use it in a semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing definitely, or a formal writing. And then as to origin, well, to call, come here, come into my office, bring. Come into my office again. And then to account for, to explain something, to explain for something. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. To bring to account, to call to account.